everyone, welcome back to Tiz of All Trades. My name's Tisdale. I'm a part-time reseller for eBay, Poshmark, and McCartney. Today is a What Sold Wednesday video where I go over the items that I've sold in the past week or the past 7 days. And I also go over my numbers. I try to be as transparent about them as I can. And then I also go over kind of my goals that I had hoped to accomplish this past week and also what I hope to accomplish in the next week to try to set myself up for success. So my sales this past week are right on track with what I'm trying to do, which is to sell, I don't say a small amount of items, but just sell more items at a higher price versus selling, hundreds of items at a lower price to be able to, meet my sales and profit goals. And that's not to say what I've done this past week has changed that, but I think as resellers grow and learn more, at first we're okay with that, making that $15 profit, but it gets to a point where you're trying to meet these bigger and bigger goals where I don't want $15, I want like $30 to be able to kind of grow your business. And it's also just, it comes along with the territory of just learning more what sells for you, and also the seasonality and different things like that. You kind of learn as you go is the best process, but it's very exciting and I'm glad to see it's going in the right direction. So this week I sold 19 items again. That's how much I sold last week as well, between eBay and Poshmark. No sales on Mercari this week, but that's okay. However, this week the sales number is $832.79. That's up almost $200 from last week, which is great. And my profit is $545.63, which is up $200 from last week, which is great. It's a 66% margin. This week sales have been really well. However, I will say my ultimate goal is to have pretty much every number I talked about, especially my quantity, sales, and profit, to multiply that about 2.5 times to get to where I really want to be daily or weekly, in order to, be where I want to be. So next I like to talk just about the goals that I had set last week, and to go over, if I hit them and if I feel like they've made any kind of a difference and things like that. Last week I only set 2 goals for myself. The first being to prep my listings. Like I had mentioned, I have just been very busy. Again, I have a full-time job. I also have kids and a family, as I'm sure many of you guys do. And so I've been trying to prep my listing, all at one time or days in advance. That way each day I can just push them out. But I'd be lying if I said that I was successful at that this week. I've still been kind of chasing it. Again, today I don't have any listings prepped. I think I've listed 1 item. So this is still a goal that I want to have going forward, to really just kind of batch prep items so I can just push them out throughout the week. And then the other goal that I had for myself was to push through my kind of older inventory, or just inventory that is kind of the lower end, where I can just kind of make more room for the inventory that I want to sell that's at a higher price. That I have been successful. This past week I've been sending pretty low offers on a lot of items that I feel like I just want to push out. And when I go over in a couple of minutes the items that I've sold, I'll kind of call those items out. And as always, we'll start with Poshmark, where I sold 11 items this past week. And the first being this J. Crew knit sweater. This is actually a sweater that I've held on for a while too. It's the J. Crew Mercantile. Is that how you say it? Mercantile brand. And this is one of the items that I kind of held on to because I didn't know if I wanted to keep it for myself. So I wasn't sending that low of offers because I was kind of like, well, if it doesn't sell, I'll keep it myself. But then you kind of come to, I don't really need this. So I did end up letting that one go for $20. And the next item is another item that I've had forever, like a year, I think, almost, at least, somewhere around. It's this Tommy Bahama leaf print skirt. Really cute. I don't know who wouldn't want this skirt. I mean, I don't really look good in skirts, I don't think. But this one's really cute print. I thought it was unique. I know Tommy Bahama doesn't sell like it used to, but I really thought this skirt would sell decently fast. but it didn't. I've had it for over a year. And this is one I think that I took down and relisted, and then when someone liked it, I sent them a pretty low offer of $15, but I think I also had like free shipping and that's the whole shebang, so I may have lost money on this. If I made any, it wasn't much, but I did pick it up at the bin, so not that big of a loss. And as you can tell from this picture, this is how like I used to take pictures on top of this fur like little rug thing. I did that for a short amount of time, but it's funny to see your older items and the evolution of your picture taking skills or editing skills. Next is this Prana down jacket. This one I really was sad to see go. I really liked it. I wanted to keep it for myself, but I live in San Diego. I don't have any use for this jacket, but it was so pretty, so just, you know, it could go with anything, and it was very cozy and excellent condition. It had this like fur detachable hood. Very sad to see it go, but I couldn't turn down $120, so it is gone, and I hope the person who has it loves it. Next is another Prana item. This is a like another item actually I thought I would keep for myself, but it's green and blue, so that doesn't really go with many tops that I have. So I didn't end up keeping it, but it's this Prana like stirrup style legging. Super cute. Again, really good condition. I got it from the same person at a yard sale that I got the jacket. And the pants and the jacket, I think I paid like $10 for the jacket and probably $2 for the leggings. Next are these Sam Edelman black hilty like suede boots or booties. These I don't usually pick. I feel like I say that all the time. I don't usually pick this brand up, but these were in really good condition, and they're, you know, these suede booties that I thought would go with everything, and they sold relatively quickly. I only bought them a couple weeks ago and they sold for $50. And then whenever I was taking it down from eBay, because I had it listed on both, I noticed that I had it listed as a Steve Madden booty, so maybe that's why it didn't sell. Next is another item that I had for probably about a year. I mean, I feel like I probably bought them at the same time as I bought the Tommy Bahama shirt or skirt. It is this Worthington like black and white dress, and I thought it was really cute and classic. And I had thought about keeping it myself. This isn't my style, but I figured like for, I don't know, a job interview or a funeral, I don't know, it's not really a reason to keep something. So I let it go for 10. Next is yet another item that I've had for quite a while. I thought it would sell pretty well. I don't usually sell vintage or pick up vintage items just because I'm not that knowledgeable about it. But this is a CNA vintage blue suede skirt. And it's actually, the CNA is a vintage Germany brand. So you can definitely tell it was vintage, very almost handmade like in the inside. This is another item that I took down, I relisted, and whenever someone liked it, I was in the low offer and someone did accept for $20. And the next item are these Levi 181 men's jeans. They were in pretty good condition. I think I got these at the bins, and they sold for $40. And next is this Columbia jacket. It's a gray and purple jacket. Really good condition. Another one that I had contemplated keeping myself, but I don't need. So I did let it go for $35. And the last item on Poshmark is another item that I've had for a long time that I like kind of kick myself for picking up. Just because something sells for some people, or you hear a brand that sells well for people, double check your comps, really look into it because it doesn't happen all the time. These AG jeans, I had heard about Adriano jeans. I could never find them. I finally found this pair, and I swear I looked up comps for the style and it looked like it sold all right, and I was just excited to find the brand, so I picked it up. I've had them forever. I'm pretty sure I lost money on these jeans. I sold them for $15. They're the Valentine style, which really, look at the style. I mean, they're really not a trendy style or a relevant style right now. But yeah, just be careful. Double check your comps and don't pick up AG Valentine jeans. Next, we'll go on over to eBay, where I sold 8 items. The first being this poetry crochet skirt. I thought this was like a perfect skirt for Coachella, which obviously didn't happen this year. But I still think I put that in the listing just to kind of draw attention to it. Very cute drawstring style. I actually wasn't sure if it was like a poncho shirt or a skirt, but I believe it's a skirt, and that's what I listed it as, and it sold for $18 plus shipping. And then we have this Stella McCartney leopard print bralette. I got this at the Benz not too long ago. It was in really good condition, really cute, kind of bralette, light lining, and it sold for $32. Next is an item that I got at an auction with a couple other clown items that my son hated me for picking up. But it's this red skeleton Freddy Freeloader bust. It sold for $40 plus shipping. Next is a item that I picked up, like 2 or 3 of these, with the intention of selling them on Amazon last year, I think, a little bit before Christmas, so almost a year ago. I gave my daughter one for Christmas, and then I kept 1 or 2 to try to sell, but I think, yeah, Plato, I think I'm gated on Amazon, so I wasn't ever able to sell it, and then it just kind of sat on eBay for a long time, and I finally sold it for $9.99 plus shipping. And then we have these Lululemon this navy blue dance studio crop. These were super cute, great condition, and they sold for $50 plus shipping. Next is an item that I just kind of had a gut instinct on. I found it at the Benz. It was in really, really good condition. New without tags almost. Or really it was new without tags, but there's no way, obviously, me getting it at the Benz and it not having a tag on it for me to know that. Anyways, it's this Texas Chainsaw Massacre long sleeve shirt by Vortex. I did check comps before I bought it, and they looked pretty well, or they looked pretty good. So I picked it up. It just had this like Texas chainsaw, like the characters or the people graphic on the front, and down the arm it actually had like chainsaws. Looked pretty unique, and my gut was right, and it sold for $40 plus shipping. And then we have this Bravo Forever 21 men's collab. It's a Michael Jackson Beat It graphic kind of cut off muscle tee. I bought this at the Benz a month or so ago with the intention of possibly keeping it myself, but I ended up not keeping it. Obviously it sold. It actually had two or three little holes in it, which I of course disclosed. Wasn't sure if it was even really gonna sell, but it did. It sold for $15, so not too bad. And last but certainly not least is my favorite sale this week, or really in a while. It is this Eladro, how do you say it? I asked this whenever I did the haul video on it, and no one answered me. I still don't know how to say it. It's L-L-A-D-R-O. This wedding couple figurine. The story behind this, if you didn't see my haul video, was I found it at a yard sale. It was listed for $10, which was already, a really good deal. But it was in the box, so I was in the process of opening it up and looking to make sure that it wasn't broken or cracked or had any kind of problems with it. And a lady came up beside me, and while I was looking at it, asked the person selling it how much it was, and she told her, and she was like, "I'll take it." And thankfully the seller was like, "Well, give this lady a chance. She's looking it over and see what she wants to do." And it looked perfectly fine, so I took it. And then the lady left, or I thought she left, but as I was walking to my car, she approached me and offered me $15 for it. And I politely said no and was on my way. But this piece that I paid $10 for sold for $200 plus shipping. So yay! Super glad I was able to pick this up. I love treasures like this. These are, you know, these are the items that I kind of like live for. I love selling clothing, but it's these unique vintage or special items that you find that, you know, no one thinks is really worth that much. I guess most people know about this brand, but just certain items that, you know, you buy for $2, $10 and you resell for $200+. So it's always a really good feeling. All right, before we wrap up today, I'm just going to go over kind of the 3 things or 3 goals that I have for this next week. The first being to list. I feel like this is always a goal of mine. But I mean, it goes right along with prepping items. I want to make sure I continue, or I guess start, because I didn't last week as much as I wanted to, but just prepping items and listing all this inventory that I have, because I feel like I have an excess that needs to get up and listed. And then next is I want to really within the next couple of days schedule out a plan for next week. So I'm taking the whole week off of my 9-to-5 job. Since we have Thursday and Friday off for Thanksgiving, I'm going to take the other 3 days off, and I want to try to pretend that I'm a full-time reseller. I want to see what that feels like, see if it has any, you know, how much of a change in production, how it feels, how tired am I. I just want to see kind of the flow of things. So within the next couple of days, I want to kind of plan out a schedule of what I want each day to be like. And then my last goal is to kind of reorganize my space and my room. All my inventory is in my room with me. Not fun. But I'm getting a new desk and a new chair that's a little bit more ergonomical, because I do sit at a desk all day. I'm working from home. My 9-to-5 job is working from home right now because of COVID. And my setup is not that comfortable right now. So I want to try to reorganize just my entire space, my inventory flow, where my shipping material is, and all the items, to either see if I can optimize it and maybe add more space to buy more things, or just have it feel much more cleaner and not feel so stressed out when I'm in here. So that is my goal for next week. Probably more so next week, honestly, since I'm going to be off for the week. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this, or if you have any other ideas, please let me know in the comments below. I hope you all have a great week and stay safe. I'll see you next time. Bye.